sugarcane growing. Government has refused to help them. They have mortgaged their houses, they have mortgaged their land, they have gone for loans. They are desperate. They are desperate. They are sitting on a time bomb, right, Honorable Speaker. They are very poor. Every property they have is about to go. They have made every lot of cry and alarm to government to be helped. But government is not coming to their rescue. They are wondering what to do, right, Honorable Speaker.
How can people be arrested for going to Kenya in the East African community? What's this integration about? Yes?
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker and honourable colleagues. I have engaged Kenya. I talked to the Minister of Trade and the PS about 2 weeks ago when I went for COMESA, and they informed me that they are not ready to buy our cane. The reasons they gave me is that they also have their cane and they want to industrialize. They want to have a market for their cane. So they say they are not ready to buy our cane.
If the producers or the manufacturers on the Ugandan side come out clearly to say many of these outgrowers were not enlisted on their membership and therefore they were growing sugarcane on their own. And in number two, that even if you are registered, right now the manufacturers are not in production because their machinery require overhauling. So, in a free market, should a person produce and just allow stock to dry in the gardens, expecting a producer here to fix machinery, even if it is going to be after 2-3 years, that I go hungry without money? Number two, even if I am an outgrower who is not enlisted with you, why then tie my hands? Because this is a free economy, free market economy, meaning that if anybody grows any crops here, he or she should be allowed to export it anytime he or she feels that there's a better market there.
Allow me to inform you that when we engaged the manufacturers, they told us that they were repairing their equipment at the same time. And they could not purchase cane at that time.
You asked a very simple question. Who ordered the arrest of the vehicles? Who ordered? Because you could only have ordered the arrest of those vehicles and those cargoes if they were breaking the law. How did they break the law? Did they go without a license? Or what happened which caused the government agency to arrest those vehicles? I think we need to know. And we want to know who are the people behind that decision to arrest the traders or to arrest their cargoes.
Ian made a request to the Minister of Trade. We said there is a crisis, an economic crisis in Busoga and other areas. They can't sell. And we thought that government, which we vote for, would hurry to help their people find a market.
They said some outgrowers have not registered with them, that they normally have the list of their outgrowers whom they have contracts with. But there are some outgrowers who are speculators who do not want to confine themselves or to contract with specific manufacturers.
Because really you can imagine these traders, these are common people. Some of them have hired the garden they are growing sugarcane. Some of them have borrowed money from the banks to do the trade. And you are now telling them you can't even go to Kenya, which has ready market. They cannot sell in Uganda because somebody is saying my factory has broken down. So you keep your sugarcane and wait for my factory to be ready. I think this is an insult. Is this a parliament representing those people? Or have we become some kind of slaves in our own country? So I think really the minister must stand up and explain to us whose interests are you sitting in that office.
Madam Speaker, I stand here for the interests of the people of Uganda. That is one. Two, who ordered the arrest? Where was the arrest? Give me information, please. Madam, can you give me, Honorable, can you give me the information about the arrest? Minister of Trade does not arrest. Not at all.
They were asked to come to government and get permission so that they can be allowed to sell. Because, Madam Speaker, these people are not smuggling timber. They are not smuggling ivory. They are taking their sugar cane. But the government is not ready to help them. Now the minister is here saying he was arrested. Who gave them powers? The minister can't help her people.
It's now a matter that cuts across almost all sectors of the economy, where the poor are being deliberately squeezed by government. We have the sugarcane growers who are now being squeezed because they cannot supply to the markets of their choice. We have the fishing industry that has been militarized and taken over by the military, and the fishermen are collapsing. In my region, as the region in Kigezi, the districts are now losing over 10 billion in terms of sales of Irish potatoes because they can't access market in Rwanda. In the mining sector, especially the regions that have been in the mining sector, there is an unofficial ban on exporting minerals that have been processed. Over 10,000 artisans are at stake, and the entire economy is being squeezed, and people are only being allowed to survive on handouts.
Honorable Wagaba, the point you have raised is important. I think we need to look at all the sectors of the economy. Please bring a motion, we debate it. We debate all of them.
Because it is really an issue, it has been simmering on and off, on and off. So really it is a genuine issue, Madam Minister, with all due respect. It's an issue that you need somebody look at, discuss it in your cabinet with your fellow cabinet ministers, and sort out the matter once and for all. Because it's not a matter of yesterday.
That me to stand here and take a decision that you are exporting cane tomorrow is not a decision I can take now, Right Honorable Speaker. I pray that I make further consultations. Yes. Do you have enough cane to export?
Honour Minister, you know, Honour Minister, I wish, Honour Minister, this is a House of Record. That request was made over 2 months ago. And you said you are going to consult. That was 2 months ago. 2 months ago.
Right Honorable Speaker, I've been monitoring. I've finished my paper, but it has never been put on the order paper. Yes, our clerk knows.
On my
So
paper?
allow me time, Right Honorable Speaker, to bring the paper and I present the details.